Hey, good morning, everybody. It's your boy Sarge on the I-10 podcast show. Hey, got a little different twist today, man. Something that's going on. Got a notification. I should have knew better. I've heard about it a few months ago that Facebook is no longer allowing us to run live on a third-party app such as StreamYard, Streamlabs, and those type of things. So I can't do it anymore off the Iron Elite page unless I move to some different type of widgets and that type of stuff. Don't sweat. We'll figure it out. I just didn't have time to fool with it this morning. So we are live on YouTube as well as being live on the Chris Houston personal page. But after this show for the Iron Elite group page, I'll post this video from YouTube onto the page. So just some things that go on, I guess, between Facebook and whatever the third-party apps. Hey, man, they're going to make it a little bit tougher for us to do what we have to do. But it's okay because we're going to make it happen. Hey, man, if your boy is fired up this morning, man, I got some issues going on, man. This back is killing me. But I'm going to let y'all know this, man. This was getting ready to happen. Be all right. Be all right. I'm going to make it all right, man. I'm going to get up and I'm going to get it moving. I got the coffee going. So, hey, if y'all can do me a favor, man, let everybody know that we're on. Share it with a friend, man. We getting ready to get this thing going. We're going in. All right, we got it, man. Welcome to the Iron Elite podcast show again. It's your boy Sarge, man, coming on live in effect, man. This back ain't gonna hurt me. It's getting me, bro. It's giving me the blues, dang it. But I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it going. Hey, so we're back on again because the devil thought he was gonna win, but he wasn't. He's not gonna win. We're gonna finish the part 2 of the post-interview I-10 into the end with my man C Note. And this morning we're talking 10 and 2s edition. And as you guys can look in the top right-hand screen, you'll see how he's getting it down. Man, he's got a condominium with his motorcycle in the garage. So let me see if I can wake him up and I can get him in studio this morning. So hold tight.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Morning. What's good? What's good?
How you feeling this morning, my brother?
Hey, better than most. Yeah, but
there it is.
Good.
Hell, you woke up.
That part. Yeah.
Hey, that part.
So all my faculties, so let's get it.
Hey, that part. Hey, my boy Bolo say, shake it off. So I'm trying to shake it off. Hey, you know that back sometimes, man. It can turn you into a punk if you ain't careful. So, but we're gonna do it because it's mind over matter. So we're gonna keep it pushing. So, for those who are tuning in for the first time, we had the 10 and 2s edition of I-10 end to end. My brother C Note, rider number 197, man. So let's do this first and foremost. My brother took his 2019 Road King successfully across the country and back home again. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Y'all stay tuned. Let me see if I can bring up a picture of how he was packed. Let's see if we can get it in there. I think we can. Bam! Man, he
that was a trial run.
That was a trial run, man. He packed a stack of the boat. Let me see this. What about this one? Is that right? Okay, yeah, that was the RV edition. Now we smoothing it down. It's the crossover edition. So we got it. So yesterday, for those who wasn't with us, man, we were talking 10 and 2s. We were talking how my brother decided that he wanted to do a different form of the social experiment
Right.
with packing everything that he needed to be able to ride cross country. And oh, by the way, not give his Lucci to the hotel. So, bro, if you don't mind, let's backtrack and let's try to re-summarize what was the thought process when you put your ride together.
That was one of the main factors, just staying at hotels every night and not getting anything back but a good night's sleep. So for me, camping is always something I've been into, now moving more toward bushcraft. So I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity to do my I-10 to the end, take those revenue that I was going to use in the hotels and get everything I need to survive. That includes power stations, shower, sleep system, tent, as you can see, and also keep us all secured out of the weather. So that's the real goal behind it. And then also just to take this time for myself and just hit the road, me and the Iron Horse, and just enjoy the journey. Yeah. So that was pretty much the reason behind it. Want to make sure I don't have to pay all the money in hotels, but more importantly, just be able to, whenever I wanted to pull over,
Yeah.
check a
Yeah.
campsite, $20. Most of them were free. Set my tent up. Like I said, I had my own stove so I could cook, do everything I needed to do without, we'll just say off grid, so to speak. We use that term. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Mhm.
This tent that he had, for those, and I'm gonna try to, as we're doing the interview, I'm gonna try to kind of throw a couple of pictures up here and there. But this tent that he had was a pretty unique tent. I mean, it was the tent was, what do you say, 15 pounds, the total
Yeah,
weight of the
something like
tent,
that. 14, yeah,
14, 15
13.8
pounds.
pounds. Yeah.
And then the tent had basically a motorcycle garage and a
Mhm.
bedroom in it. Am I correct?
Correct. And
Okay.
storage on the side for the bike. And so it's a
Okay.
pretty good setup.
So you guys can peep that. We put that on the screen real quick. I apologize. I wish I could have shared screen today, but I just really didn't have time to set everything up. But he also had a um, a stove set up too for cooking and that type of stuff.
Yeah, I have to post those as well.
Okay. And okay, so the stove. What kind of stove was that? Was it a little sterno type
No,
unit
I
or?
do have a backup stove, a little Sterno stove, but I also have a wood burning stove. It's actually you can burn charcoal, three different types of fuel. So that's the one you use to cook with, as well as your Sterno stove for coffee and boiling water, things of that nature. So I had two ways of cooking, two different systems.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey man, shout out to my man Brandon Meyer. No man. Hey Brandon, he done showed you how to glamp it now, because Brandon he used the park bench. He used the
Oh,
park
that was
bench
nice.
of the rest stop. And my man gets some miles on miles on miles. He ain't playing no game. Matter of fact, I think as we talk, he's finishing up the Arkansas Four Corners. So shout out to him. Much love to my brother. So okay, so we got the tent, we got the hookup, we got everything that we need. We got the sterno. So he jets out, whether or not all that great, but
Mhm.
on a Road King, he had to do what he had to do to make it get done. So
With the
if you
shield.
oh yeah, he had a shield. He wasn't doing what they be doing out there in Cali, all the Road King Sunday days, and they all tricked out, all the, I see them out there, man. Them boys don't be playing no games. But
It looks
if
sweet.
if you don't mind, let's take it from San Antonio. So I think at this point when we're on day two, is day two,
Hmm.
because you had to take it from Beaumont, because you
Yep.
had to take it from Beaumont, and
Yep.
now you kicking from Beaumont. You went where? Did
Oh,
you go through San Antonio at that
yeah,
point?
I think I got close. Like I said, I took a small little cat nap for about a couple of hours and then kept pushing through.
Yeah.
But that inclement weather, I think I also included that post as well. It was severe weather the whole trip. So I'm like, it always takes a day to get out of Texas.
Yeah.
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 So I
Pretty
was like, man,
much.
I barreled through it, all the rain and storm, and got in New Mexico. And that's when I ended up, crashing out again. And then from New Mexico, it wasn't too far to get on to Phoenix.
That's
But
what's up.
going through, I would say San Antonio, into the mountains or into the desert, excuse me. Some of those stops, like we've talked about earlier, I tried to make them all, if not every other one. I know I'm probably repeating myself, but then also at night, some of those stations are closed, but the pumps are still on if you have your card.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just for those who might think it might be shut down, because I pulled into one, there's a car
Was
there.
it was that a smaller station or
Yeah,
was
it
that
was
a
a smaller
major chain?
station. It's one of the ones where you can't see it off the highway,
Hmm.
and they were closed, but the pumps were still open. Yeah, so that was good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to go. Good information to have. So
Oh
I
yeah.
think I think even in that ride, you kept pushing throughout the night. I think you stopped
Correct.
at a truck stop or something like that and kind of crashed a
Mhm.
little bit, but you kept pushing.
Yeah.
So you end up pushing all the way to what, El Paso?
Yep.
Okay, then bedded down to El Paso.
Down there.
So at this point, we wake up from El Paso. We had day 3. Am I correct?
Correct.
So then you take it up from El Paso, going through New
Phoenix.
Mexico and going
Oh
through
yeah.
Arizona. Any issues with the wind with the Road King?
Ooh, okay, that's a good point. Because I had my camping gear on the back, it wasn't as severe. But I know if I would not have, between going past them 18 wheelers and RVs, and with the wind blowing, I did feel it a lot. There's
Hmm.
no question about that. You're gonna feel that wind, so be prepared to figure out how to way to maneuver through it and work with it and not against it, and
Hmm.
you'll be okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Because
throttle,
we all caught it.
throttle through them 18 wheelers. That's all I can You better
Yeah,
throttle.
we all caught it back there with the wind. You know,
Mhm.
I tell everybody now who's getting ready to make the trip, and we got a few of you guys quite a bit that are getting ready here soon. It's just part of the game. Be
Yeah,
prepared to deal with it as part of the game, and just understand it is what it is. So, any issues with construction or gas stops, anything like that, as you were going through New Mexico?
with the construction in New Mexico, I knew again, like I travel more at night during that time of the journey because I saw coming out of San Antonio into New Mexico all the cones that were set up at night. So I
Hmm.
knew during the daytime, oh man, I don't even want to play with it. So I got through the majority of it. Of course, I got caught at some point during the day when I was riding daytime, but I tried to minimize that as much as possible by
Hmm.
paying attention to the roads ahead, knowing that they had these detours, or a lot of things coming in and off of 10.
Right.
So be prepared for that as well. And if you can do it, go early in the morning or late in the evening, but don't try to go through there during midday. It's hot. Yeah.
How was the temperature when you went through going
Uh,
through New Mexico? Was it pretty cold? Or you were
it was
dealing with
it
pretty
was it
mild?
was okay. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cool. So I actually got blessed with that. I'm
Hmm.
like, so when I do start preparing for these next ground pounding trips,
Hmm.
that's going to be a major thing is the season I go in, But the weather was okay as far as temperature wise,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I'm talking when I'm planning, planning
Yeah.
some long.
Well, I think you did it in the sweet spot. I
Yeah, I
think
did.
personally, April is the sweet spot.
It's,
April and October.
uh,
And then after that, man, it is
yeah,
just either way too damn hot or too cold for you, boy.
and where you going? Absolutely. So
Right. Okay, so let's take it. Let's take it. So going through Arizona, any
yeah.
issues, problems? What do we see going through Arizona?
Oh, I bedded down and chill with in Arizona, with retiree. Um, show me mad love. So
Shout out to
AZ was
Crutch.
yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to yeah, definitely big magic mad shout out to
Yeah.
my boy Crunch. So got the AZ, did my bike maintenance check. I was like, all right, from Duval all the way to AZ, everything looking good. Tire pressure is looking good. Again, that King has some really strong shocks, so I wasn't worrying about it bogging down, but just doing that bike check like y'all mentioned. So
Right.
from there, I stayed in AZ for a night. Um, no real issues in Arizona.
Okay. Okay.
Excited to see everybody, getting excited for the run.
Hmm.
So I stayed there for a night. got back up, finished the I-10 to the end.
Actually, I think for the most part, from mostly everybody I've talked to, AZ was pretty smooth going.
Yeah.
You know, AZ had a lot of stuff going on during that time frame. They had Bike Week. They had
Oh man,
getting ready to start for Arizona Soul Brothers. They had the
imagine.
Maricopa County Fair. They had the Final Four, I think, with the NCAA. They had a lot of stuff going on, man. But for the most part, I think that Phoenix, in Greater Phoenix area, Maricopa, Buckeye, all that was pretty smooth going through. Is that fair?
That's super fair. Now, keep in mind when you're going down 10, you have to hit downtown in any,
Mm-hmm.
wherever you're going, whether it be Beaumont, Houston, whatever, you will encounter some traffic. But
Mm-hmm.
that's something we are, you kind of prepared for. So even going through Phoenix past baseline,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of traffic, but again, I was going during the day at that point. I was like, and I'm already there. So a little bit of
Okay.
traffic there. I got through there smooth. And then start, let me think, before you get out of Arizona, man, top your gas tank off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cali ain't no joke.
Oh, you talking about the price of gas? Or
Yeah,
you just
yeah, price of
okay.
gas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And not only the price of gas for Cali, the raggedy damn gas. What is it, 90 or
90,
91 octane? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it threw me
Because
off.
for those that don't know, because once you cross that state line, it's still pretty rural, in
Mm-hmm,
Cali, and then you got a quite a long stretch of going through the mountains, the
mm-hmm.
mountain chains before you get into Palm Springs, Palmdale, that area. I.e. San Bernardino and all that stuff. You still got a long ride. It ain't like Kelly, and then all of a sudden you hit L.A. We're there. No, sir. It's still a long ride. That's what's up. So we're going through. Now we're in Cali. We shooting through the mountains, doing our thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
real, yeah, real quick. I think, hey, shout out to Crunch again. He told me, gas up before you go through the border,
mm-hmm,
and if you don't turn around, and guess what I did? I missed the stop. I missed the station. I went through
mm-hmm.
the border, turned around, filled back up, and then crossed through it again. I said,
Mm-hmm.
man, I appreciate it for that. So just a little bit of advice to everybody out there. Yeah, definitely
Actually,
fill up before you get to that border. I
actually,
forgot
that's
the
not
name.
bad. That's actually not a bad idea if you pass that gas station exit, first exit, turn back around and try to do it again. It's
Yep.
not a bad idea. That's better than trying to kind of fight it out and end up being sorry. So as we're getting into the cities, were you trying to do any splitting lanes with all the stuff that you had on the bike? Were you trying to pull any of that off?
For me, LA, lay out. Um, we split lanes the whole time, whether I was
Mm-hmm.
loaded down or not.
Mm-hmm.
I was in it. Yeah, and was super happy. I can't wait till they implement down to all
Mm-hmm.
West.
Hey,
We
hey,
split.
pocket change say you the black crocodile Dundee of the bike world. Oh, he carried a knife with it too.
Oh,
A long knife with it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He
yeah. Again,
crocodile
like I said,
Dundee in it.
I'm more in the bushcraft, man.
Yeah,
I'm more in the
yeah.
self-sustaining living, being able to hold your own, having your own land, living off of it. So
Yeah,
yeah, I have hatches,
yeah.
axes, wood split, fire systems, all that stuff, yo. So
It's
oh
all
yeah,
good. So
it is.
as we move it through Cali, we're still able to split lanes. And I tell
Mhm.
everybody this, man. If you
It's
go to
beautiful.
Cali and you're a new motorcycle rider, man, you better start practicing with cones and
Um,
different things, and maybe getting in the parking lot, practicing on the lines and stuff. Because splitting lanes is not for somebody who doesn't have skills being able to operate a bike on slow
totally
in
agree.
slow mode or riding slow. It is for real gas clutch brake. Would you
Yep.
agree with that?
I agree. And in certain areas, once you gas, clutch, and brake, see the good thing about California, I guess, not I guess it's a law. These cars move out of your way, so we're split lanes doing good fair amount of speed, for splitting lanes. So
Hmm.
I agree with you. If you're new to it, be careful.
Be careful. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, because yeah,
you get
yeah.
yeah,
I
man.
was.
good.
I'll say that definitely. Hey, for those who are on with us on YouTube, if you know anybody who's trying to figure it out on Facebook, Facebook has actually kind of wiped all this stuff out today. I don't know. I thought I was initially told no group pages, but look like for the third party apps, they've knocked it all out. So for those that are on Facebook
Sure.
and you know somebody that's following the show, they can, because I posted the YouTube channel onto both Facebook pages, Chris Houston and Sarge Life. Plus Iron Elite, Home of the Motorcycle Elite. You can just click on to the link right there on the page, and it'll shoot you straight to YouTube. So there's something going on, man. I guess they, hey man, they're trying to figure out, hey, if we ain't getting paid, you ain't getting paid. So it's no big deal. We're gonna keep this thing pushing because you still can get whatever you want from the Facebook page, and it's gonna shoot you straight to YouTube. So sorry about that, bro. So
No, you good.
we getting into let's talk about LA. What do we need to know about traversing and riding through LA? What do we need to know?
Oh man, the traffic is horrendous. So you definitely gonna have to lane split, or you burn your clutch out. I'm not sure, but as far as LA in itself,
or have carpal tunnel.
yes,
Yeah, or get ran over.
someone's got to get
Yeah.
within,
Yeah.
to get through that for the first time for those.
Yeah.
So,
What time of day did
I
you
was
get?
blessed
What
to
time of
have
day did you get through there?
huh?
What time of day did you get there? I know you get. Well, it was dark when you got there.
Ooh, yeah, it was. Man, I can't even remember, but I got to the house, to 48 house. Man, it was ready for me, greeting me with open arms. By the way, again, it was probably, LA. I can't even remember, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I think your picture posted. I know it was dark, and I know
Yeah,
it's
it was
pretty. Yeah, it's pretty dark. I'm thinking. I'm winging it. I'm gonna say about 10, about 9, 10 that
Yeah,
night.
9 and 10,
Yeah.
some up in there somewhere.
Okay.
10.
So he gets in there. He's successful. So in this segment, let's do this. Let's do good, bad, ugly. Let's do your takeaway for the whole trip, and what would you want to leave us with?
My takeaway for the whole trip, I would say definitely prepare yourself. My takeaway is just prepare yourself for the trip and enjoy the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you really listen to the podcast and you have everything prepped and ready, the good and bad and ugly is not good, bad, and ugly. It's just the journey, the experience, the emotional side of it, the oh man, I got to sleep in the rain, to the I got a hot shower. It's just the experience. The journey is what it really is all about
That
for
part.
me. Yeah, as far as the takeaway, yours will be your own experience. Hopefully I put some jewels out there for you to use, but just do it in good spirit. Yeah,
Enjoy the journey.
and too, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
So pray on it. Make sure everything's good with your iron horse. And I-10 to the end.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Boy, I'm telling you, I'm gonna take you through a walk through memory lane.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about the day. For you young whippersnappers, you ain't gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. But for the grown folks on here, the day going up and down the street on a Yacumsey engine. A Yacumsey engine was a lawnmower engine.
Yes,
On
sir.
a mini bike frame. And what we had about a 5 horsepower. And back then, 5 horsepower was that was like having a big motor. That was like a 135 Harley.
Oh yeah.
Ripping up and down the road.
They don't even know, man.
Don't even know. That was some, I want to say that was some 40 something, 50 years ago.
It was in the 70s. Yeah.
Did you ever think it would go this far?
I was praying it did. And look at us now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, because when you had that mini bike, boy, I tell you, man,
It was
that was
crazy.
life changing. That was life. I used to cut grass for a living back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, that's back when we worked for a
Cut
living.
grass to get gas to ride the mini bike.
That right. That little
here
red
it is.
Yacumsey
Cats don't even
mini
know.
bike, man, that thing was the funk.
Mhm.
And, going from there to jumping ramps
Oh,
on bikes. You know,
oh
we
yeah.
had a piece of plywood and some bricks, and we Eva
Jumping over each
Knievel back
other.
then, getting it in. Eva Knievel.
I need three of y'all to lay down. I'm
Yeah,
gonna jump over you.
hey, that's back when we were doing crazy stuff. Now you go to
Yeah,
jail for that. You know, we lay, you know,
yeah.
the little kids, they lay down underneath the ramp and we jump over them like Eva Knievel, not even thinking, boy.
They're not.
Hey, today that'll probably get you a jail sentence
Oh
for
yeah.
stuff. But it was an awesome time, awesome memories, and
Mm,
it's just crazy just to see the evolution and where we're at today, and our family being able to enjoy having two sons, two brothers, nephews, cousins that are going across the country and really making it look like it's nothing. But we all know that there's a maturation process to all
yeah.
this. And hopefully today, for those who are listening and viewing today, understanding that these things are achievable. So as long as you're willing to take the information in and be able to implement the things that you've been taught while doing this, anybody can achieve this if you're willing to take the information and apply it. Apply it. And as you heard today, C Note really had next to no real issues.
Yeah,
It,
I was
it's
glad.
because you prepared.
Yeah, I was gonna say because again, I said
You
even in the
prepared.
first segment, man, I watched the videos. You have to sit down, even if you only have 30 minutes, man. Turn it on, come back to it, write your
Yeah.
note. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
do
Facts.
have the exit name. I may be able to post it because this might be in my journal
Mm-hmm.
from this social experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to check because I remember, like I said, shout back out to Crunch, man. I hit into California, and I remember turn around.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just stuff like that. You have to just prepare. Yeah,
You do.
you
You
really
do.
do.
You know.
And,
You know. You know. Crunch is one of the baddest in the game. He's a triple OG. But
yes, sir.
also, you've got guys like Low Key,
Hmm.
who stays so affixed to the page. Now he's got a list of gas station stops going through the gauntlet. Or you
Right.
got a Reef who's telling you, hey, you only need to go out this far at a certain amount of time. There is so many people with this social experiment, with the whole each one teach one, that are
Yep.
constantly teaching each other and being pit crews to one another to show you that maybe in your mind the impossible now is really possible
It
when you
is.
have a team. And as you said, the journal. You know, that's old school. Y'all young whipster, y'all don't do no journals, but journals are a
Oh,
really, really good
they're
piece of
important.
information. Yeah. You know, it's a good piece to remind yourself when you're going back across the country again so you can refresh your memory. And it
Mhm.
also is a good piece of equipment to teach and to implement to others about what they need to do. So instead of trying to remember all that stuff, hey, no, I remember when I was going through New Mexico, there's some issues that you need to take heed to, and hopefully those people who get that information can take those notes down as well. So, bro,
Yes,
any
sir.
last words, any last things that we need to discuss before we get you out of here? We know you got to do some business today.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I gotta get back pressure washing. Last words for me, if you're gonna do this, like I said, prepare and plan. And like I always say, it's God, family, my career that
Mhm.
allows me to do everything else.
That's what's up. Hey, so he's riding 197. Let's do this. We ain't doing no hand clap. We doing this. I hope you don't
See
like it because you're gonna get a face full of them Jags, man. They say,
it?
Sarge, do you talk about anything else? Yep. We talk about them damn Jags. And we going to Super Bowl, bro. We going to Super Bowl
We
in
going,
25. Hey,
going. We
hey,
going, baby.
hey, we going to Super Bowl, man. Tell sis we said hello, man. Mad love to you. We'll get back at you, but bro, I'm gonna let you go do your thing and keep it motorcycling. You dig?
All right, keep your
Yes,
motorcycle.
sir.
You dig? Y'all stay
Hey,
easy out there.
C note, yes, sir. Shout out to my brother, man. Just took part in the social experiment. And I'm gonna just tell you about them nomads, they ain't trying to be public on nothing. So by him coming on, taking part in the social experiment, I really appreciate that, man, because that ain't something they normally do. So shout out to him, shout out to my soul brothers, man, who rock it to the fullest and who support the program, man. So again, let me try to go through a couple quick notes today, if you guys don't mind. I appreciate you being so patient with us. I'm trying to figure out this whole Facebook get down and what they're doing with the third party apps. So I'll still be able to, from time to time, come on live onto the Facebook platforms, and I will. I just cannot use a third party app unless there's some things I've got to work out. I guess URL things that we got to work out, and I don't want to explain a lot of it because I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But we're still going to be okay. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, until I start figuring all this stuff out, when I've got a preloaded show, I will post on the Iron Elite page as well as the Chris Houston personal page, and I'll shoot the YouTube show. So on the page, if you see it posted on the page, all you have to do is click onto the link, and it's going to shoot you straight to YouTube, and then you'll be part of the YouTube live show. The post shows, I'll still be able to put onto the Iron Elite page, and I'll be able to put onto the personal page. But for right now, until I figure out what they're going to do and how this thing is going to work it out, there's no dice on that. But that's okay. We'll still be able to function the way we need to function, and you guys will continue to get quality content on the podcast. So that's what it is. And it gives you even more reason to go ahead, if you have not done it already, to go ahead and subscribe to Sarge Life and Motorcycling, the YouTube, so we can get YouTube moving in the direction that we need to. Right now, YouTube is popping, but we can afford to do a lot more. The viewership on it is great, but we need to get the subscribers up. So if you hadn't done it already, please, on the YouTube page, reach up and slam and hit us with a like, man, this morning. Let us know that everything's alive and we're all kicking, man. So that portion. The next thing is, again, for my I-10 to the enders, I got them out there kicking right now. As a matter of fact, since I've been on this live, my man Fresh Gabar has already shot me a text. And so, Fresh Gabar, I'm going to be getting back with you here soon as soon as I shut down the live show. But him and Coach and Flip Mode are out there from Red Breed, Tampa, man, getting it in, doing anything. I think they should hit Los Angeles today, sometime later this evening. So they get in. So ride hard, brothers, ride safe. Also, our girl, Shatari's, she's on her way now. I think she's getting ready as we speak, probably getting close on the other side of cracking maybe Lake Charles area, almost hitting the Texas state line. So shout out to her, man. If you hadn't done it, if you haven't done it yet, reach out, man. Let her know that that we're with her, prayers are with her. But she's doing her thing. She's solo dolo, man, getting it in. So I've also got about 5-6 riders that are in the queue that are getting ready to move. So we hopefully they're home right now or at work, listening to these YouTube videos and to the podcast, and trying to get themselves prepared to ready to rock and roll. So to this point, man, we do have, let me check. We have 225 successful rides, man. Let me do this real quick. Man, that's excessive. That is beautiful. 225 successful I-10 to the end rides. And that type of stuff don't happen on accident, man. It happens because we are embracing one another, teaching each other, demonstrating for one another on how to ride long distance successfully and how to mitigate as many risks as humanly possible. Does that mean that everything is always going to go the way maybe C-No's ride went, or maybe some of the other people? No, not at all. We know things are going to happen on the road, but it's being prepared and having tools, figuratively and literally, available to us to deal with whatever issue that we have, i.e. an emergency credit card, i.e. towing service, a ESP, a wheel and tire package, a good pit crew, a good plan, understanding where the gas station stops are, understanding where the dealerships are, understanding what our bike's limitation is and what it's not. Those are the things that you need to assure that you're going to be as successful as humanly possible. Last thing is I want to make sure that I'm clear. I might have been, as I was running my mouth yesterday, I want to make sure I'm clear on the 200th patch ceremony in Jacksonville, Florida. It's just a small ceremony. I don't expect the people coming from across the country for this. It's just a small ceremony that we'll be having at Adamak Harley Davidson and Bay Metals on Bay Metals Boulevard here in Jacksonville. We'll be doing it upstairs in the hog room. If you're close to the Jacksonville area and you would like to come down for this event, it's about a 2-hour event. If you'd like to come down, we would love to have you. We'll get together, we'll talk. We'll have some people give their testimonies live. We'll have a cake cutting ceremony at the dealership. We'll take some pictures and some pretty cool PR stuff, and we'll also give away some goodies, because you guys love free stuff. So we'll be giving away a little bit of free stuff, but it'll be a good time. And it's just a small mini celebration of hitting the 200 patch milestone. Now, by the time we make it there, we're going to probably be about 260 patches, but that's the time allotted that we have to do that ceremony. So it would mean the world to us if you could spend that time with us for a little bit on that Saturday afternoon. So it's June 8th, it's June 8th at 1:30 at Adamak Harley Davidson, Bay Metals Boulevard here in Jacksonville, Florida. And we'll be doing that ceremony. Also, for the Titan Award. Now, it's time to tighten up on the Titan Award nominations. If you know somebody, right now I want to say I got about 25 different nominations. And I got a lot of multiple nominations from people nominating the same people, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But I would like to get more. If you know somebody, man or woman, who has what it takes and they fit the definition of a Titan, please feel free to go on the Iron Elite page. Click on to the link for Titan Award, and the link will give you all the questions that you need to fill out. It'll have your last comments and some small information that you need to do. It only takes 20 minutes to do that link. If you're real thorough, it might take 35 minutes. If it's somebody that you know, but I don't know quite how to put together their achievements, why don't you reach out to them? Say, hey, man, this is Sarge. Hey, Sarge has got this cool award, this Titan Award, man, and I think you fit the bill to it. Brother or sister, if you don't mind, can you give me a couple bullets that I can use when I nominate you for this award, man? And I guarantee you, if it's the person that you think it is, I guarantee they won't have no problems shooting you something that you can add to their nomination process to give them the best chance of being able to win this award. That's just the way I feel about it. If you think you're going to text me something and say, sorry, this person should get it, blah, 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 I'm not doing it, man. I'm not in the business of doing your homework. If you feel like they are worthy, then let's show them and just do the homework and get it done, man. We'll appreciate it. They'll appreciate it. And it helps for a smoother process. And in some cases, the more thorough you are, probably, well, I'm gonna go on a limb and say this. It's probably a dang good chance that their nomination is going to be taken very seriously. So that's what we want to do with that. Please, let's take that serious. Please, let's show the love to the person in our community that's shown the love to us when it comes to the Titan Award. So enough said about that. Links for the I-10 to the End merch is in the merch link. So again, we spoke about that yesterday. If you've made the I-10 to the End ride, if you made the ride, successfully completed the ride, and it's documented, you can jump onto the merch link and you can go pick up anything you want. You could pick up a spare patch. You could pick up another shirt. You could pick up the coin. You could pick up the certificate. You can pick up anything you want from that, because you are signed, sealed, and delivered. If you just want an IE shirt or Iron Elite shirt, you don't have to have done the I-10 to the End. You can just go on that link and get you an IE shirt. And it's no big deal. No harm, no foul. You can get that. You can get the IE shirt. You can get the Iron Elite patch. You can get the poker chip coin. So it's no big deal on that. So I think we've cleaned it up. I think we've addressed everything. And y'all hanging there with me, man, because this Facebook get down is giving me the blues. So I think I'm going to continue to use the third-party app, StreamYard, because it gives me so much more flexibility in what I'm doing with the show. So I'll continue to do what I need to do with YouTube and post it onto the Iron Elite page, and it'll just take you guys to click onto that so we can keep using the StreamYard platform to do our show. So, with that being said, man, in the meantime, man, I'm so sick. Y'all, I apologize, man. This back is killing me. So, in the meantime and in between time, let's keep it motorcycling. You dig? I know. But Sarge, that's too far to ride on a motorcycle. But Sarge, what if your back get tired? Well, Sarge, what if I get lost?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Iron Elite podcast with my man Big Sarge, where we always keep it motorcycling. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know what it is.
Hey y'all, it's Snacks reminding you to tune in to the Iron Elite podcast. You dig?
This is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, and your 2024 Titan. You are now listening to Sarge on the Iron Elite podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're not listening to the Iron Elite podcast, what are you really doing? Because we are talking motorcycles over here. You dig?